What's up, ninjas? TMNT Leo 03 here. Today I'm talking about the new Transformers movie that's coming out soon, The Last Night. Now, these are all just theories based off the trailer and other theory videos that I watched. So, yeah. Personally, I love the Michael Bay Transformers films, although there are some things that sort of bug me, but I like them overall. I know some people don't really like the way Michael Bay did Transformers, but anyway, story for another time. So let's get started. So here are some things I'm going to talk about: trailer observations, Cybertron slash Unicron, Dark Energon, new Cybertronians, and returning villains. So, first thing, trailer observations. So in the beginning of the trailer, we see, well, near the beginning, a totaled stadium with some sort of engine in the middle and some kids walking up to it. I'm not sure what this is gonna play in the movie, what role this is gonna play, but as you can see, the stadium is like totaled. I mean, just look at all that. And then the kids seem to be four boys, I believe. There's one behind the green shirt kid, but I can't tell if it's a boy or what. But and then there's also the giant engine. Now, what I noticed is that it kind of looks like an engine from those fighter things in the third Transformers movie, Dark Side of the Moon. The one that Bumblebee tried to fly. Those things that came out from those giant ships that also bear similarity toward the Chitauri ships in the first Avengers movie. I don't know which one came first, but that's a different story. Also, I have noticed this. Now, in this, to the left, looks like over the water, it is a dragon. Now, in the fourth Transformers movie, there is a Dinobot. I believe his name is Strafe. I'm not sure. He's like a pterodactyl. But this looks like a legitimate dragon. Like full on dragon. Not a pterodactyl, but a dragon. Possibly with three heads. This wasn't the best of shots from the trailer, but, you know. And then there is also a person right here. So, also in the trailer, it starts out talking about history, which is suggesting that Cybertronians have been on Earth a lot longer than we originally thought. This is a flashback from the past, I think. So, I don't know where it is. Maybe China or Japan, considering dragons? I don't know. Haven't gotten that far into it yet. It's one of the things. Another thing I've noticed about the trailer. And yet another thing. There's a giant hole that has some sort of vehicles going into it. The vehicles look like submarines. If you watch the trailer, it seems like they are underwater. I mean, that's a giant whatever it is compared to those vehicles. It possibly is Cybertronian. I think it's Cybertronian because how would humans be able to build something that big, especially underwater? So these are the vehicles, a close up of them. They do look like little, not necessarily submarine. Well, I mean, I guess they could be submarines since there's different kind of styles. Deep sea submarines, I guess. Closer look at the technology of the giant hole. It just looks really complicated, so that's another reason why I think it's Cybertronian as well. Everyone's favorite, Bumblebee. I'm really excited that they're bringing Bumblebee back because he's one of my favorites personally. I bet a lot of people like Bumblebee. Noticed they're fighting in like an alleyway thing, an alleyway place, like an abandoned car garage or something. There's graffiti on the walls and debris everywhere. But one thing I noticed about the machine that Bumblebee is fighting is that it kind of looks like those walker things from Star Wars, just like on a much smaller scale. Not to say that Transformers are small, but they're not as big as the walkers. At least I don't think they are. I don't know. I not. I mean, I like Star Wars, but I'm not a big fan, so you don't be expecting a comparison from me. Anyway, and then this thing also caught my interest. It's obviously in the middle of a desert, but closer look, and there are little ships or things flying around the tip of it. It could possibly be a ship. One of my theories is that it is the Ark. For those of you Transformers nerds, you will know that the Ark is the ship that took took the Autobots to Earth. Yeah, or that the Autobots flew anyway. And when they crash landed on Earth, at least according to the old classic Transformers cartoons. So that's one of my theories on what that thing could be. Another thing is one of these fighting arenas. It's compared to the Transformers, it's pretty big. So compared to the humans, it's probably like ginormous. I noticed these tower things, which is like, what is that? It could be some sort of ship that they're fighting on, or I just don't know. Okay, this I found interesting. So first of all, at the bottom, there's a baby carrier, and I don't know. I just found that really funny. I don't know if that has any meaning, but anyway, on the left on the building, there's graffiti. Also, on the right, there is like an old sign, and basically, if you look carefully at the buildings, they look old and abandoned. So this suggests they're fighting in an abandoned town, which would make sense because they don't want people to get hurt. It's hard to tell if those three Transformers are Autobots and Decepticons fighting, or all Decepticons, or what they are. But the one I circled on the left, he looks a lot like Soundwave to me. I don't know if that's just me, but I have a theory that he's Soundwave. And then also the stoplights. I found it interesting that they were on a string, which I would think suggests that they are fighting in a place like Iraq or Iran or some other, not maybe war-torn country, but like, I guess you could say, not really a third world country, but close to that, like in between that. Okay, next topic, Cybertron/Unicron. Now, originally in the trailer, I thought this was Cybertron, because fans will recall that in the third movie, Sentinel Prime and the Decepticons tried to bring Cybertron to Earth. So that's why I thought, hey, maybe there's a force or a bad guy, maybe Galvatron, for instance, that's trying this again and having more success. But then I watched a video from We Got This Covered, and they suggested that it was Unicron. Now, I already had a feeling that Unicron would be involved because of Dark Energon, but that's for a later topic. So now I'm thinking, well, maybe it is Unicron, because after all, Unicron is another main villain. I'll talk more about him in a few minutes. But what I noticed about this is that the planet, or Unicron, has green on it and some like mountain or volcano. And also the surface of it is like, you would see why it could be Cybertron, because from the third movies, Cybertron had that same pattern of octagons or hexagons. I'm not good with shapes. Anyway, And then I also noticed the wires. So, yeah, I thought if it was Cybertron, that would be kind of weird with wires. But I mean, they are Transformers. So, this is another shot of Cybertron or Unicron. Compared to the moon, it's pretty big. I don't know. I don't remember the size of Cybertron, what the comparison was to Earth. But that looks pretty big. So it's hard to tell if it's Unicron. Obviously they're not making it like the original. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So this is another shot in the trailer. I think this is the surface of Cybertron or Unicron. But if it's Unicron, then it would probably be eaten and destroying everything. Which would explain why people are running and there are explosions. But it looks like some sort of construction site because if you look in the back here, it looks like a cement mixer thingy. And also over here, there's like towers up here, but like the hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'm just gonna call them stop signs because sectagons. I don't know. I give up on that. But yeah, that's another reason why I thought it was part of that planet thing. Soldiers. That guy looks like, I believe his name was Lennox. He's one of my favorite guys. He's awesome. So I'm happy he's going to be in it. There's another shot with him. But there's also landscape, soil and stuff, earth. So be a mystery to what this is. Maybe there's something they uncovered on Earth that was Cybertronian. I don't know. We'll just have to find out. So this is Unicron. Basically, for all you Marvel nerds out there, he is the equivalent of Galactus. He eats planets, in a sense. The middle picture is him in his planet form, I guess you could say. The left is artist's rendering, I think. And the right is like the classic style. Pretty neat guy, even though he's a villain. He also makes me think of Thanos for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's just that whole conquering the universe theme. Yes. Okay. So, next topic. Dark Energon. If you don't know what Dark Energon is, this is Dark Energon. Basically, okay, so Energon, in case you didn't know, is the lifeblood of the Transformers. And Dark Energon, if it gets into a Transformer system, it can corrupt them. And so the picture that has the hub on it is from Transformers Prime. The other two I just found. I don't know. But yeah, it's if you know Transformers Prime, there was Dark Energon episodes, a few of them. Megatron used it to bring dead Decepticons and Autobots back to life. So yeah, I think this Dark Energon affects Optimus Prime. But how? So fans will remember that Optimus left into space at the end of the fourth movie. Well, in the trailer, we see him floating in space, deactivated. Because he's not moving, he's just floating away past planets. And there's also this space dust that's collecting on him. I guess you could call it space dust. He still has his shield. It doesn't show the seed anywhere, but I'm assuming he still has it or he got rid of it. Here's another picture in the trailer. He still has his sword, obviously. Yeah, he's floating. It looks like Jupiter that he's floating past. I don't know. Some planets. But then we also see him again later in the trailer fighting Bumblebee on that weird platform thingy. Fans will notice that Optimus's eyes aren't the normal blue color; they're purple. And so, what this might mean is that he's been affected with Dark Energon. My original theory was that how he came across it was he either somehow came in contact with it in space by accident, or because of Unicron. Unicron found him and infected him with Dark Energon and rebooted him and stuff like that. So it could be that. But also we see more of this platform thing, and there's like these vines or something on it. So I don't know what that could be. It could be a spaceship or a platform thing, or it could be Unicron that they're fighting on. Anyway, we'll just have to wait and see. So there's that. Here is another picture. A better look at Optimus's eyes. That same dark energon purple. Okay, new Cybertronians. So the first guy I want to talk about is this guy. We don't know yet if he's Autobot or Decepticon or neutral. But I found these pictures on a website when I was doing research about this new Cybertronian, and basically the article was analyzing these pictures I have as well. So this one, I circled a bunch of stuff that just kind of stood out to me that was on the dump truck, I believe it is. First of all, plane engine. That looks like a plane engine. And why would this Cybertronian have a plane engine? Well, one of the theories that the article mentioned was that he was like a collector or something. Rocket engine, jug, megaphones, slash speakers, bags, gears, jetpack maybe, stairs. Yeah. Satellite stuff, light, radio stuff. One of this guy's trademarks. Oh, well, I'll get to that in a minute. But here's the other side of him. That looks like that looks like a bomb. I can't talk right now. Another engine, missile thingy, satellite thingy, filter maybe. I don't know. Some more junk. But something that stood out on this guy was their stickers. Some more stuff, gears, and zip ties. But this looks like an M and a cactus, or an M and a J, or an M and a T. Multiple possibilities. I don't know what this is. What this is. This looks like a Rams school, I think. I don't know. And then this sticker right here sticks out because it's Cairo, and Cairo is the capital of Egypt, in case you didn't know. And that sticks out because in the second Transformers movie, Revenge of the Fallen, Optimus and the gang are in Egypt. So this guy could have potentially been there. We don't know. Yeah. Which all these stickers suggest that he travels Earth collecting a bunch of junk for some odd reason. So another sticker that sticks out is this one, which I will get to next. Something that stood out to me was cupcakes. I don't know if those were put there intentionally or if some employee or crew member just got cupcakes and was like, hey, I'm going to set these here for a minute. And the guy taking the pictures just happened to catch that. So I don't know. I found that pretty funny. So now on to this weird sticker. This is what the website people think it might be. TFW2005.com. Link will be in the description below. So basically, fans will realize that this symbol is the symbol for the Starseekers. The Starseekers are a group of basically Transformer space pirates. Yeah. Led by not Thunderbolt. Was it Thunderbolt? I can't remember. Thunder something. And Wreck-Gar. So a theory is that this guy could potentially be Wreck-Gar. Wreck-Gar. Who was a part of the Space Pirates organization. So that's one theory. And so this was in the trailer, and I found this interesting, especially after reading about that mysterious new Cybertronian, because I'm thinking this is the place where they would find him, in an old junkyard. I don't know, he just looks like he would fit there. And this place is most likely abandoned. If you look at the building, it looks old and falling apart. Also, something else that caught my eye is the objects in the sky. I don't know if those are moons or planets or debris or something, but I found that very odd. Okay, this is also a new Cybertronian. It's one that was only shown in the trailer once. I've looked closely inside their eye, not the girl's eye, but the robot's eye, looking for reflections. It's kind of hard to make out what those could possibly be. But in the trailer, you see more of the outside, and the Cybertronian is blue, which I don't know any blue Cybertronians currently in the movies. So we'll just have to wait and see. And then there's this guy. We know it's not Ratchet because fans will recall that in the fourth movie, Ratchet was killed. Sadly. I hated that about the fourth movie, was when they were killing off the Autobots. But obviously he's not Bumblebee either, because Bumblebee doesn't have that kind of mouth. I'm thinking he's some sort of builder or Constructicon or something, because of the tracks, the way he is. Obviously he's like battle scarred because he's all dirty and there's scratches everywhere and probably dents too. He can't be Hound because Hound's not yellow, and he's not also really like that. So, yeah. And then there's this guy. I personally think he looks really cool. I love his sword. As you can see, there is a person standing in the dust if you look carefully. I don't know, he looks kind of like he has horns or something. I don't know. Kind of seems like he would be a ninja bot. Anyway, there's that guy. So finally, possible returning villains, I should say. This guy. At first, I thought this guy was Lockdown, but after watching We Got This Covered video, they suggested that it was Galvatron, which makes sense because in the fourth movie, Galvatron was still alive, and he was like, I'll be back, and all that stuff. Also, I noticed these two giant guns. One here, one in the background, I think. So, yeah. Here's a comparison. You can see why I thought it was Lockdown because of the head. But then also in the fourth movie, Lockdown was killed. But you never know. It's Transformers. They could bring them back to life somehow or something. But something else that gives it away is the red eyes. Galvatron has red eyes. Also on his shoulders, the spikes. I guess on the arms right here. I don't see anything else that would stand out to confirm it would be Galvatron. I guess maybe chest a little bit if you look closely. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that's it. Credit to Hasbro because they own Transformers, and also KinoCheck because I got those pictures from the trailer on their channel, linked to their channel, and the trailer will be in the description below. And then also We Got This Covered, which a link to their channel and video will be in the description below. So yeah, that's all I have for you today, ninjas, and I will see you in my other videos. Peace out.